Good morning and happy Mother's Day. So, I wanted to come to you this morning and have a little conversation with our mothers. And the topic that I want to discuss today is what we call a crisis, God calls a classroom. So, allow me to share a story with you. In the story, we have a little boy. He's outside, he's playing, he's getting dirty, playing with sticks and rocks, and he's just having a good old time outside. And he comes across a caterpillar and he is just amazed with this insect. So he takes the caterpillar inside and he shows it to his mother and he asks her if he can keep the caterpillar as a pet. And his mother says, yes, you can keep the caterpillar, but you have to take very good care of it. So his mother helps him. They put it in a nice sized jar, put holes in the jar so that, it has oxygen, and puts leaves in there so it has food, and sticks so it has a place to climb, and, just made it just like home. And every day, this little boy watched the behavior of this caterpillar. He was just amazed by this insect. Until one day he noticed that it was doing something different and he couldn't figure it out. He thought maybe it was sick or that it needed some help. He just didn't know what was wrong. So he took the jar to his mother and he showed her what he was experiencing, what he saw. And she explained to him that the caterpillar was going through a life change, that there was a transitioning happening in the caterpillar's life, was going from one stage of life to another. And once it came through that process, it would be a beautiful butterfly. Now, this amazed this little boy even more, that he was going to be able to watch this process, watch this caterpillar transition into a beautiful butterfly right before his eyes. So every day he would go and check and see if the butterfly was coming out of the cocoon. And then one day he saw that there was a small opening in the cocoon and there was movement. And as he watched on, he saw the butterfly beginning to emerge through this small opening in the cocoon. But he was worried because it looked like he was struggling. Like he just couldn't make his way out. And it really concerned the little boy. He was worried that this crisis that the butterfly was in was going to kill him, that it was going to make it where he didn't survive. And he wanted to see this butterfly flourish and have beautiful wings. He wanted to see that transition occur in the life of the caterpillar. So, as he watched on and he watched the butterfly go through what appeared to him to be a crisis of his life, he felt like he had to save him. He had to intervene and rescue him in this crisis that he was going through. So the little boy got some scissors and he opened the slit just a little bit more, just to help him, just a little bit get through. And he did. The caterpillar was able to come through the slit and he came out and he looked like part caterpillar, part butterfly. The body was still thick like a caterpillar and the wings were small and he couldn't figure it out. So he thought, well, it just went through this transition, so it's going to change. It's going to evolve. It's okay. So he watched and watched, waiting for the body to slim out and the wings to flourish. But it never happened. So he took his jar back to his mother and he shared with her what he had experienced, what he saw, and how he helped the caterpillar in his crisis. And, he explained to him that, Mommy, I knew that something was wrong as I watched him in this crisis, and I had to help him. And his mother knew immediately what had happened. See, in order for the butterfly to come out of the cocoon as that beautiful butterfly that he desired to see, he had to go through the struggle. In the process of the struggle, what occurs is the fluids from the body are pressed out into the wings of the butterfly, which is what slims the body and allows the wings to flourish. But because the butterfly did not go through the struggle, because he had help in the crisis, he would never have a slim body and wide wings. So here's what I want to share with you. As we watch our children go through life, I want you to keep in mind that the crisis, the struggle, it's an important part of the growth experience. In fact, it's the struggle that causes you to develop your ability to fly. So, as a mother, we must gift our children with the ability to go through life's experiences. See, when we continue to intervene and help them out of the crisis of life, we hinder them to the degree that they never have to look to God because they got you, mama. So I leave you with the same quote that we started. And I ask you to allow it to resonate with your spirit. That what we call a crisis, God calls a classroom. Happy Mother's Day.